Namaste, beloved ones. Thank you for joining me again today with meditation as an act of love. We are at day 9 today, and I do hope that you are finding this practice beneficial. Be sure to drop me a line or leave me a note if there's anything that you have any questions about. My teacher, Sandra Sammartino, she really speaks about how important it is that meditation is there for us in many different ways. And one is to really be the mediator. As a meditator, we have that mediator within us that allows our time in meditation, our practice, to help us be informed. To get informed about our lives and what's working for us and what's not working for us. That we begin to really notice our mind and all those thoughts. And no matter how long we've been meditating, there are thoughts. And to deeply understand that meditation isn't really what we think it is. It's what we are unable to even put into words or to possibly think of what it is. It's not about trancing out. It's not about having these incredible spiritual experiences that blow our mind, as we might think. It's about letting that meditation, letting our practice inform us in our lives so that we know our next step. How can I, again, be responsible for my own happiness and for that deliverance from suffering within? How can I really come to that place of deep love for myself and for all those around us, for all those, not just the lovable, but for everyone? And it's not an easy practice. Think if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And more people are beginning to do it, in spite of the fact that meditation is not easy. It definitely isn't an easy practice. You might be going, oh, my mind, it just is blah, 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 like verbal diarrhea, conscious diarrhea going on the inside. Great, that is absolutely fantastic. Because you're becoming aware of it. It's not that those thoughts just all of a sudden showed up when you sat in meditation. What happened is you became aware of those thoughts. And the thoughts don't necessarily stop. I mean, they might get a bigger space between them as we begin to go deeper into meditation, sometimes. And sometimes they don't. Sometimes they continue just to be there, and they become more that background noise. And we begin to know, what do these thoughts, are they here to inform me, or are they just blah, 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 blah? Can I let them go? And so we become the mediator for those thoughts, for our feelings, for our emotions, for even our physical body. You know, what is it that's causing this pain in my body? Getting a sense of even that on the emotional level. And also, I want to say today that sometimes it's important just to take a break. That yes, we are practicing meditation to know our own true self. We already are our own true self, but to know it and to really love who we are and to love our lives and to love the opportunities, the challenges that life throws at us, to fall deeply in love every moment of every day with our life, and to live on the wild side a little bit. That doesn't mean taking, crazy, throwing all caution to the wind. It means just going, okay, this is how I'm feeling. Maybe the fear, the anger, the resentment rises up, But we fall in love anyway. We fall in life anyway. And we go into those emotions to understand them better. They become our fuel. They become our fuel to really help us understand ourselves and love ourselves even more, because we get to understand the root, the cause of that suffering. We begin to understand where those beliefs that don't serve us anymore come from. And we begin to be able to free ourselves of all those chains that we have actually locked on ourselves, so that we can move in freedom, free of attachments, free of aversions. And to, again, to know that sometimes we just need to take a break. And what I mean by that is sometimes you just need to say, oh, my mind is going 1,000 miles a minute right now. I'm obsessing about this. I'm so worried about that. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Or maybe there's excitement. Sometimes it's excitement as well that keeps us from going deep into meditation, or being able to feel like we're having a practice. So in that, then we just go, you know what, right now, instead of doing a formal meditation, I'm going to do an informal meditation. We still have our practice time. We still have set all that up for ourselves. But instead, maybe we go for a walk in nature, or we go sit down by the lake, or we get out in the garden and we do a little gardening, or we put on our headphones and we listen to some most beautiful music, something that calms us or helps clear our head a little bit. So that's what I mean by really taking a break. It's not that we don't do our practice, but we shift our practice. This is sacred time. We don't want to just throw it in the garbage, but we go, okay, today, if I try to just sit and watch my mind, I'm going to go crazy. So instead, I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to do this. You can mop your floor, right? What a wonderful way also of meditating. We just let something else become our practice. Whatever it is, washing dishes, doesn't matter. Whatever we're doing can become our practice, but we know what it is. We even call it that. We say, this is my practice today. This is my practice. And so that we really recognize that that's what we're doing. We're not just going, oh, I can't meditate. I'm not going to do it today. We shift our practice. But let's stay on the mat today if you can, or on your meditation cushion, or wherever you're at. And just take a moment now to get comfortable, to sit with your back more or less straight, widening a little bit through your chest. Or lying down, again, we also widen and open through our chest by maybe turning our palms up and down onto the floor. And maybe you've heard of mudras and you have a favorite mudra. One of my favorite is to rest my left hand in the right, to let the left, the feminine, rest in the masculine, and then to connect the two together with my thumbs. But whatever feels right to you, whatever feels right to you. And then just close your eyes and just bring your focus to your breath. And just feel your breath. And as you feel your breath, notice your mind. Yes, you might have still been thinking about something that you didn't do before sitting down to meditate, or doesn't matter. We just As my teacher Sandra Sammartino says, we just let those thoughts inform us. Is there something I need to do? I just file that information away for later. And then I come back to my breath. And can we just together take 3 nice, easeful breaths? And let's just count them backwards from 3 to 1. So let's just exhale completely, completely, completely. Inhale. Pause at the top of your inhalation and exhale, slow, smooth, steady for 2. Just exhale, 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 exhale. Pause, inhale for 2. Pause, pause, pause. And exhale for 1. Slow, smooth, long, long exhalation. Pause. Inhale for 1. Pause. And exhale for 0 and just return back to your own breath. I am being breathed by my breath. My breath is breathing me. How are you doing today? Really be present to yourself. Really listen inwardly to know how you're truly feeling today. Can we take off the masks, the personas, the shoulds, the shields, and just be who we are in this moment? And then just take a moment just to review your day so far. And let your day inform you. What went really well for you and where were your challenges? Where were those opportunities? That always arise. And notice if there's anything today so far that if you could do it over again, you would do it slightly different or a big difference. And again, it might involve somebody else, but we just look at our part in it. But sometimes that is also about setting boundaries. You might say, in that situation where maybe somebody said something to us that didn't feel very good, we might, instead of retorting back with something that hurt them, we might just say, ouch, that hurts. We might think, instead of thinking, oh, that person is not very nice, we might go, oh, that person must be really hurting to be acting out in such a way. There's many different things, scenarios that we can gather up. We can really be that mediator between our mini self and that moment in our life. How can we help our mini me? How can we inform our mini me on how to do it in a different way, or to think it or believe it in a different way, to bring more happiness and less suffering into our lives? And then just feel deep gratitude for any insights, any awarenesses that might have come to you. Deep gratitude. And seeing yourself as if you've already had another opportunity to do it differently. As Sandra Sammartino says, she says we deal with it inwardly and act on it outwardly. So we make a contract with ourselves that the next time we have that opportunity, we will do it differently. And then let that spiral of gratitude just spiral out to all the things that really went well for you so far today. Deep gratitude, and for your participation in them, for your participation in turning yesterday's negatives into today's positive, to letting your thoughts inform you. Mediate between yourself and your thoughts, your words and your deeds. And then let that gratitude spiral out to significant others in your life, and just invite them into your heart. Just think of one thing, even that you appreciate about them. Really appreciating. I really appreciate each of you for giving me this chance to share my practice with you. I just hold you all in my heart. And I let that spiral of appreciation go outwards to the world at large, like a beautiful web, a beautiful spiral, beautiful cocoon of gratitude and of appreciation. Feeling deep gratitude for how so many people all around the world are awakening more and more to who they really are, and to the love in their heart, and to the love that flows through them and around them. And we can also draw those individuals that maybe are challenging us a little bit into our heart as well. As we're in this pandemic right now, one of my challenges has been with people that aren't listening to the stay at home or to the social distancing. And I found myself getting very angry with them for thinking that what they did really affects the rest of us, which is true. But instead of getting angrier, I acknowledge my anger first. Of course, we always acknowledge it and we own it and we embrace it. And then we can go deeper into it to understand our own fears. And in understanding our own fears, we can get a deeper sense of why the others are behaving the way they are. And then we can have compassion for them. May they too know the love in their hearts. May they too know their own true nature. And an incredible thing happens when we do this. All that power behind the anger turns immediately into energy for love, for compassion, for understanding. We deeply understand. And we can hold them in our heart. Now just sit with your own mind, witnessing your thoughts. And just imagine that you have two baskets. And let's just for a moment sort our thoughts into these two baskets. The thoughts that inform us, and the thoughts that are just thoughts that just come and go, beliefs, they're not even our thoughts, we might say. And just being present to each thought as it arises. And sorting the thoughts. Thoughts that serve us and thoughts that don't serve us. And then just drop into the space between the thoughts. And don't even pay any attention to whether they are informing you or not in this moment. Just drop into the space. Thoughts come, thoughts go. And in that space, we can let those thoughts that inform us a little deeper. Where are we being pulled? Where are we being taken? Less thinking, more just listening. To that information that is available to us. And then just say to yourself, your beautiful self, call yourself by name. May I be safe. May I be happy, healthy, know the love that fills me and surrounds me. May I live with ease and in peace. May I be safe. May I be happy, healthy, know the love that fills me and surrounds me. May I live with ease and in peace. May all beings, near and far, big and small, male and female, animate and inanimate, be safe. May all beings be happy, healthy. Know the love that fills them and surrounds them. May they live with ease and in peace. Feel the love in your heart, expanding, growing, spreading out around you. Seeing that mustard seed in our heart blossoming, and all those seeds of love blowing in the wind, planting themselves all over the world. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the love. Be the love. I am love. I love you. I honor you. I respect you. I hold you deeply in my heart. When you are in this place of oneness, in this place of holding the world in your heart, and the world holding you in its heart, there is only one. We are one, no strangers, only lovers, lovers of the heart. Namaste. Shine on, most beautiful ones.